Hello, and welcome to another edition of Nerdy Thursday. I know it's been a couple of weeks since I've done one. This is something, unless I have something to talk about or something, this and a couple of my other days, life happens and I just don't have time to do it. But I like to, you know, have this an ongoing show. Let's see, I have been, I haven't quite caught up on all the Mandalorian yet. Again, I have been right busy. And also, baseball season started. I know I'm a baseball nerd. Uh, so, trying to catch up with games and got into another fantasy season. So, that's another nerdy thing. And I'm not doing too well trying to figure out how the best way to navigate that. Been playing a little video games, but the Mandalorian, just finished watching the one with Jack Black and Lizzie. Lizzie was all right. You can tell she's not an actress or has not a seasoned one. But she did okay. She played a role good. She's just such a fun, bubbly person of what we know of her, of course. So she offset Jack Black pretty well in that one. You got a feeling that those characters will be coming back, and if they do, please don't tell me. I'm still watching. It was nice to see Mercedes, formerly known as Sasha Banks, back in her role. I couldn't tell though. Like at the beginning, she didn't look CGI, but she did at the camp. So I don't know about that and Wolf Jack and that character which was in the cartoons, Wolf, whatever his name is. So that was interesting to fight with Bo-Katan and him and Grogu just kind of being Grogu. He's kind of the side character now, just kind of there. I mean, some of it's about him, with the Mandalorian. You see him get a little bit of it. I saw a picture online with him in his Mandalorian outfits, so that was pretty cool to see. I don't know how correct that was or whatever. It was, I'm sure somebody's taking artistic licensing with that. But that was, so far, it's not as, I don't know. Season one was so good. It's hard to, we're chasing the dragon a little bit, but still good. Bad Batch, I'm all but done with this season. I got one more episode. They're trying to save Crosshair. So that pretty cool. Getting a band back together. Echo came back. It was pretty cool to see. I like to see him do more with the rest of the clones in that one. Kind of make a clone rebel group. That would be pretty cool to see. So we got, Ahsoka coming in the future. I think they're only going to have one more season of, was it Andor? So some good stuff. They got 3 movies, I guess, in the works. It's all working title for one of them they released at Star Wars Days or whatever. Can't remember right off the top of my head. I should. And they're going to be doing something that's way in the past. Which I think is, I still wish they'd come out with a Sith movie. I would love to see something with Bane. I think they're missing some good stuff there, some darker stuff. I know Disney, when they make stuff, it's not about just the movie. It's about selling crap that goes with it, all the toys that I'll be buying. along with everybody else. Um, that's why they always got to have one little character in every movie that's going to be a plushie and all this stuff. So that stuff does drive me crazy as I got older. When I was a kid, I ate it up. I was when Return of the Jedi came out. I wasn't a Ewok fan. I was older. I was pretty much an adult then, older teenager. um, I thought they were cool for helping. I thought that I want that, but it wasn't like, oh, I got to go out and buy Ewoks. I did have the Ewok village, but that's because I was a nerd. It was a play set, and I had I had it set up like the movie for the longest time. I think when did that year they come out? 86, 85. I know they're doing a 40th anniversary. Was it 84? Because they're going to come out in movie theaters with it. So I might have to hit that up. Those movies are they're really good. And, if you don't have the movie theater in your house, I have a great setup for watching movies. It's just still better in the theater for that. A lot of stuff I don't need to go to, but it's nostalgic for me as much as anything else. Let's see, what else have I been watching? I haven't been able to read a lot. I can. I just been lazy. I need to. It helps me with my vocabulary. It helps me with my memory. It just helps in so many ways to read. So I need to get back into it. I'm reading that zombie book, and it's got to where it's starting to pick up pace. It's getting really good, and I put it down. It's in my lunchbox. I take it to work, and I end up, when I have time to read it on my breaks and stuff, I end up talking or watching YouTube or doing something else that's very mind numbing and doesn't help the brain too much. But it's the fun times. It's my downtime, and I read for fun. It's not that I do it just for that, but it has good side effects, especially the older I get and we get. It does help. Like I said, 90s was a hell of a decade for me. Let's see. I think that's about it. Like watching. I said I've been playing games, and this is what I picked up. And heck of a story with this. So I picked up the Show 23, the Captain's Edition. It did come with a steel book, which is over yonder. You don't need to see that. Came with this captain hat. So I've been picking this up since the first one that came with a hat. So I have all of these. I have almost all the shows too. I believe I got all of them, but I don't say I do and I don't. If I'm missing one or two, the old school ones. But see, I have a PlayStation 5, and right here it says PlayStation 4. So I go into the thing, pre-ordered it because I wanted the Captain's Edition. It's like I got the PS5 pre-order, and also the same day Resident Evil 4 was released. So, when I said I had he thought I had that. I was like, no, I got the baseball game. These were stacked up in the floor beside him to be handed out for us, and we did not see. I was there for hours while this kid was trying to. But right here it says includes for the PS5 version. It's just a download, which. So I do have a physical copy. You got to have the physical copy to put into your PS5 machine to get the download. So wasn't too ecstatic about it being a download because it wasn't sold like that. But I still have a physical copy because it's in the steel case. It says PS4 on it. But what are you going to do? They don't have a PS5, and they're doing that to save money. They're making less and less copies of games. They're trying to drive downloads. And somebody like me that really likes the physical, And you might, why would you want the physical, Scott? It takes up room. Well, just in case, they don't want to really, if the game is on the disc and it's not down, where the disc is just a way to download it to your machine, which a lot of them are. If the game's on the disc, then you own the game, right? You can play it offline. And if they take away support for it, you still have the game. Downloadables, if tomorrow they decide they want to use that server for something else, or they don't need that server, the company goes out of business, they want to do their own streaming, anything, that game is gone. You're not going to be able to play it. So that is why I do that. So this comes from Sony Productions, but it's a different company under the huge Sony umbrella. So they make it for everything, Xbox, computer, Switch now. But if they decide and you download it for your Switch, which a lot of people download games for, and next week they go, well, Sony just wants to take their ball and go play with Sony. Well, you're screwed. And that's why I like the physical. And also, I collect the physical. I'm old school. I'm 51 if I haven't mentioned it already in this episode. I like physical copies. I do download books. I do listen to books, but I also have the ones I read the most are the download. I keep one on my phone just in case, like I'm in my doctor's office or something like that. I have something to read. And then I keep one to listen to audiobook for when I'm driving on trips. So that is kind of how it works for me. And if it is a book I really like, I'll go out and buy it. Right now I have 3 bookshelves with books on them. Not just toys and stuff, actual books. So I like to have my books. So also other games. I have been collecting for Sony Dreamcast. I need to get a number for this. I have it on my phone. It's real easy. There are apps that track your collection for you. I like that, so it's easy for me not to buy dupes. Ultimate Thrill Ride. Now I will be looking. I was looking online. I'm going to buy some jewel cases to replace some of these. Like these are just so beat up, But I got that cheap, and I got this at the McKay's. They have 2, one in Greensboro, one in Winston-Salem, and one in Tennessee. Metal Jesus did a tour of one in Tennessee, but the one here in Winston-Salem's huge, and it's trade in anything that's hobby related, books, vinyl, things that people are collecting, video games, comic books, toys, all of that's there. Musical equipment, all that stuff, and you can trade it in. And stuff that's hard to find, or I go in there, and they're not going to have deals. They're going to be selling it at what the going prices are for them. Because it's so hard. It's so easy to find that stuff now. Price charting for video games is so easy to navigate. If you're buying video games, that's the place you need it, and it links you to where to buy them and how to buy them. Also, this right here, which is not in my thing for my video games, so I have to remember I have this. So I got the original web. Now I got the web browser 2.0. So in case I want to go web browsing on my Dreamcast, and I believe you still can, I have this. I know there's some I think they still have the keyboard zombie game that people play, and I think OnStar online Star, I forget that name of RPG. I think there's still a community out there for that. So believe it or not, Dreamcast still kind of got a niche. It's not the most favorable one that people collect. but I have been running in somebody in this area is collecting them because they're going off I'm not the only one buying them off the shelf. So when I go back, not only do they not add more, there's less than what there was before. There was one that was a little bit more pricier. Um, I've been talking about on my other days. I just got to weigh out my funds, and I just didn't want to spend that money that day. Now, next week when I go back and it's still there, I might get it. It's $40. It's not like it, would break me, but do I want to spend it on a video game or something else? So it's just kind of where I'm at right now with with some big show. I got this Saturday. If you're in the Winston area at that Retroid downtown, they have a really good toy show there. Retro. They got the DJ, food. It's kind of set up like a swap meet. It's really cool. I went to it last year in the fall. It was a little chilly, a little damp, but everybody's in a good mood. Just a good vibe going on. I really like it. The retro area in this, in this area here, the retro in this area is very cool. I like it. The last thing that I picked up, I got this from when I bought the baseball game from GameStop. Is another one of the Republic Commandos from the video game Republic Commandos. I need one more squad member. I need the boss. I think no, I have the boss. I need the explosions guy. I believe. This is the sharpshooter. I believe. Sev. So, been picking them up. That store, the one in the mall that's near me here in Winston-Salem, that is great for all the toys. They have a great assortment of pops and figures from all kinds of different movies and games and stuff. It's not a huge store, but it's a nice store. It's very nice set up. I guess they're doing quite a bit of business the last couple of times I've been in there. That mall seems to be a right busy mall, which is nice to see. That's it for my pickups. Just going to continue get back into that book. If there's like something that I'm missing, I need to get into some older stuff. I've never seen Stranger Things. I know I'm like one of the only, but I don't have Netflix. So I might have this summer have to get some Netflix back. I used to have it, and I just stopped watching the shows on there, and then they started coming out with shows I kind of want to watch. I got Peacock, so they do have, I believe, like a werewolf series on there with Michelle Gellar, I think it is. Kind of want to watch that. I'm a sucker for vampire werewolf shows. If it gets a little lovey-dovey like CW shows, I'm on to the next. But that's where I'm in with that. So let me know what you're nerded out on, what I should be checking out. Love to hear from you. Till next time, like, share, tell a friend, and don't be a stranger. Subscribe if you haven't, and we'll see you.